Basketball Champions League, which sees a regular season matchup in Group B between Dinamo Sassari and the home team Szolnoki Olaj. We are live here in Szolnoki in Hungary as we get to see a matchup between the Hungarian champions and Dinamo Sassari, who, after last week's victory, look to stay on put with AEK Athens at the top of Group B. Meanwhile, Szolnoki Olaj will be looking to get their first victory, the first taste of victory here in the Basketball Champions League season. Game day number 2 sees a number of matchups in Group B, starting off today obviously with Dinamo Sassari and Szolnoki Olaj, but please be on the lookout for Beşiktaş against Partizan, which does seem to be the matchup of Group B. Today, though, we start off with Szolnoki Olaj, champions of the Hungarian League, which sees a roster full of very, very strong players from all over the world. Troy Barnes and Ryan Wright look to hold down the fort for the Hungarians, while Dinamo Sassari will feature a strong starting lineup with stars Darius Johnson-Odom and Trevor Lacey. As the players continue to get warmed up, it's important for our fans to understand how the Basketball Champions League functions this season. This season, the 2016-2017, is the first time that the Basketball Champions League is in action. As you can see from the standings, AEK Athens is at the top with 2 victories on 4 points, while Szolnoki Olaj remains at the bottom only after 1 game, though, so they'll look to turn around their fortune this afternoon. The Basketball Champions League does involve 52 teams, including national champions from 31 different countries. More than 350 games will be played over the course of the 8 months of the competition. Games typically played on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in order to protect the National League schedules. 40 of the teams will play in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, with 32 of those teams given a direct regular season spot. Today, looking at Dinamo Sassari, the roster with Darius Johnson-Odom and Trevor Lacey leading the way once again. The Italians really put on a phenomenal effort last week, and Szolnoki Olaj struggled mightily against AEK Athens, losing by a score of 33 points. But again, AEK Athens looked very, very strong yesterday evening, beating Proximus Spiru by 20-plus points, so they are looking like the team to beat in this group this season. The Hungarians are on a 3-game winning streak in the Hungarian League and will look to carry over their positive momentum into the Basketball Champions League this evening. We're going to head to the court for the player introductions. And we're just a few minutes away now from tip-off with the players exchanging pleasantries before the game starts. What a treat for these home fans as they get their first taste of European action. Having a quick look at the referees now, who are in store for a phenomenal game with some phenomenal talent as well. Dinamo Sassari features Darius Johnson-Odom coming off 17 points after game 1 of the Basketball Champions League. They also see Trevor Lacey, Tyler Lideka, Dusko Savanovic, and Josh Carter knockdown shooter on the perimeter. Dinamo Sassari hit 10 threes last week and had 20 assists on their 24 field goals. So they will be looking to execute their offense, share the ball, and continue to light it up from the outside. On the other end, Szolnoki Olaj had a more balanced effort with Troy Barnes and Ryan Wright leading the way, but also saw contributions from Janos Allingsfield. Their starting five features Troy Barnes, Ryan Wright, David Vojvoda, who has been absolutely lethal in the Hungarian competition this season, Adam Toth, and Milos Borisov. Again, this is another matchup in Group E as the coaches are being introduced. First and foremost, our man here, Stojan Ivakovic for Szolnoki. On the other end, for Dinamo Sassari, coach Federico Paschini, who will be looking to lead the way, making sure that his team brings the intensity and the same kind of energy that they showcased last week at home in their first victory against Stelmec Jelona Gora, where they won 74-70. Szolnoki Olaj will be looking to forget about their first Basketball Champions League experience as Ike Athens really put a hurting on them, dropping a 33-point victory. But again, there's no place like home, and we're 2 minutes away from these Hungarian teams to really show their fans what they can provide on the European stage. The Basketball Champions League is basketball's new horizon in Europe, as the teams qualified through their National League competition. It's really truly European at its core, with 30 different countries represented, as each team looks to qualify for the playoffs, which will go down with 24 teams advancing to it, and the top 4 teams from each group and the four best ranked 5th place teams also get to advance to the playoffs. All in the end, every team is looking to get into that Final Four, which will take place on the 28th to 30th of April in 2017. But it begins, again, with game day 2 here of the Basketball Champions League, with Szolnoki Olaj hosting Dinamo Sassari. Will the Italian team be able to put up another offensive effort that saw them, again, knocking down 10 threes and really passing the ball well amongst each other? You wouldn't expect that this early on in the season, but an unselfish team is really easy to coach for Federico Paschini, as each player looks for each other, has each other's back. They can have that same kind of effort on the defensive end. They're in for a treat tonight. Szolnoki will really have to bring their best effort and make sure that Dinamo Sassari doesn't pull away. Listen to these fans as they could not be more excited for their first taste of European action here in the Basketball Champions League. Again, you can follow us at the basketballcl.com website for all live stats, updates on players, news, videos, and highlights as well. And we're just about ready to go. And Dinamo Sassari wins the opening tip with Darius Johnson-Odom bringing the ball up the court now. looking to get the ball over to Trevor Lacey. Receives the ball screen from Lideka. Odom. The drive. Oh, a little footwork. And the first shot is up and good for Savanovic, who gets Sassari on the scoreboard with his first 2 buckets. The drive of Voivoda, it's all off the glass and it's good. What a lefty bank shot to get the game going for Voivoda. One of the best players here in Hungary, not only for the national team, but also for the home team tonight. And we have our first foul of the afternoon as a blocking foul inside as the big man, Lideko, is trying to get through. And the first foul is going to go over to Borisov. Oh, Barney's, apologies. First foul goes up to Barney's. First personal foul on Barney's, first team foul for Szolnoki. Odom looking to facilitate. Picks up his dribble, finds Lacey on the left wing. Looking for the big man inside. Savanovic with the step back fadeaway just off the front of the rim. And Szolnoki are able to collect the rebound. Christian Whitman running the point tonight with Ryan Wright manning the inside, but you might find him on the perimeter as well. Here's Voivoda again, kicking it out. Barney's looking for Ryan Wright, who's drives baseline, goes up strong but unable to convert, gets his own rebound and puts it back in as Darius Johnson-Odom is looking to help up his teammate. Josh Carter seems a little bit shaken up after trying to take a charge there. There's a little bit of contact, but I believe he was inside the circle. The referees decided to let it play, and it ended up in a good result for Szolnoki, who take an early 2-point lead here. Let's just hope that Josh Carter's all right after taking the hard fall. There seems to be a little bit of blood on the court, so you might have to check out of the game while they get him patched up. Taking a look at the replay here. The timing was just about right. But Ryan Wright was able to go up strong, collect his offensive rebound, and put the ball back in with the left. Took a hit right on the chin there. Nothing that a few Band-Aids and plasters won't patch up. Ready to get back into the action just now with Darius Johnson-Odom, a very, very athletic point guard. Had a few highlight dunks last week. Let's see if he can repeat his performance as he looks to post up now, taking Whitman on the block. Goes up hard and is able to draw a blocking foul. Johnson-Odom really imposing his strength here early on with the jab, step, and drive. Whitman trying to stay in front, unable to stay up top. Second team foul on Szolnoki. Here's Lacey now with the ball at the top of the key, looking for Johnson-Odom on the wing. The lefty wants it, gives it inside to the big man. Savanovic drives, and the little runner is good from Savanovic for his second field goal early on. Very aggressive here. Soft touch around the rim. Gotta love that from the big man. Voivoda patiently waiting at the top of the key. Gets the screen from Ryan Wright. And he knocks down his own runner. Voivoda very aggressive here early on, the 26-year-old with the first 4 points here for Szolnoki. Seems to be a battle of the point guards. Johnson-Odom rips through, feeds it inside, and a strip by Voivoda, who gets the steal. Looking to push the fast break right now. Gives it over to Whitman. Voivoda, again, looking to get into the lane and draws a first foul from Trevor Lacey. The shot does not count. The basket does not count. First foul here on Trevor Lacey. And Voivoda's coming out very aggressive. You got to love the effort from the guard out here. 6'5", does a little bit of everything for Szolnoki. Popovich now driving to the middle, kicks it out. Oh, what a beautiful drive and score from Borisov. Took it from the left wing all the way to the right side of the basket. Finished it off with a nice layup off the glass. Great start here early on from the Hungarian team. Really putting on an early show for their home fans here. The handoff to Lacey. Looking to get the screen from Lideka. Savanovic. Johnson Odom pulls up for a three. Bang! First three-point shot is good from Darius Johnson Odom. What a smooth lefty stroke. The contest was there, but it didn't alter the shot at all. And we have an 8-7 game here early on, the first few minutes of this game day 2 matchup between Szolnoki and Dinamo Sassari. Voivoda now fumbles it. Got a breakaway opportunity. Trevor Lacey all by himself. Showtime, and he just lays it in. Nice and easy. Takes the 2 points. Also giving them the first lead of the game. Nice and easy. Transition baskets off the defense. Oh, Popovich looking to go in and out. And Darius Johnson Odom gets called for the reach. His first personal foul. One of the keys for today will be the bench. Can Szolnoki really maintain a 40-minute game? Voivoda looking at two-man game action and a beautiful dish over to Adam Toth, who makes it a layup in the lane amongst a little bit of traffic. Gotta like the finger roll there. It's back and forth here in the first 5 minutes of this game. Johnson Odom drives baseline, draws the contact, and one. Gotta love that. Johnson Odom doing it on the outside and the inside. Coming off a 17-point performance last week. Looking to surpass his total early on here. He's got 5 points already in the first 5 minutes. Perfect from the floor so far. Johnson Odom looking to finish off the and one with the free throw now. The shot is up, and it's good. 6 points for Dinamo Sassari's point guard, Darius Johnson Odom, as he puts a little bit of pressure on here in the backcourt on Christian Whitman. Whitman receives a screen, looks to get to Eilingsfield, who kicks it over. The three-point shot is no good from Gaber Rudner. We have a foul on the rebound as Sacheti picks up his first defensive foul. Here's Whitman now. Corner three is up. Just a little strong, and the rebound goes over to Trevor Lacey. Pushing the tempo a little bit. Keeping his head up. Gets it over to Savanovic. We got a foul on the inside as it's just a little bit too much physicality going on. Foul's going to go over to Adam Toth. A lot of fouls early on here. It's the fourth team foul on Szolnoki. The next foul will send Dinamo Sassari to the free throw line as David Voivoda gets his first. Look at Trevor Lacey here on the defensive end. Johnson Odom again. Little pump fake. We got another foul there on the offensive foul as the big men are fighting for position on the inside. One foul goes to the defense, the next foul goes over to the offense, and that's going to take Lideka out of the game and see Gabriel Olaseni check in for the first time. As you can see down there, fighting for position. It's a war zone down there on the block, folks. And the fans are getting into this game now, looking to tie or take the lead on this possession. There's Whitman again. Eilingsfield. Voivoda pulls up for three. Boom! You gotta like that shot. Voivoda starting off very, very strong with 7 points. Doing it a little bit of everything. Left-hand layups, pull-up three-pointers. Szolnoki now has a 1-point lead here in the first quarter. Savanovic, he pulls up for three. Unable to respond, but Trevor Lacey fights for the rebound and draws a foul on Gabriel Rudner. Gotta love the effort there from Trevor Lacey. Fighting for another possession for his team here. As Olaseni actually kept it alive, tipping it over to Trevor Lacey. And again, since that's the 5th team foul, Trevor Lacey will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws. The first free throw is good for Trevor Lacey. The shooting guard at 1.91 m. Another free throw is good for Lacey, who now has first 4 points. Here's Whitman looking for Voivoda, who's just been on fire early on. Oh, we got a trap that causes a little bit of a turmoil here on the perimeter. Sassari wanted a double dribble, but instead, Szolnoki gets a 3-point attempt that's up and no good, but Eilingsfield fights for the rebound, kicks it out to Rudner, who then gets deflection here as Deveci was able to get into the passing lane and forces the ball out of bounds. Eilingsfield checks out. Milos Borisov is back into the game. Here's Voivoda, who was able to draw a reach-in foul on Deveci. And that'll send him to the line now, as both teams are in the bonus with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So each foul will result in free throws for either team. Voivoda's first free throw is nothing but net. He might get to double figures here in the first quarter. And he knocks down the second free throw to stay perfect. Free throws, layups, and threes. Voivoda's doing a little bit of everything here tonight. There's Johnson Odom looking to come off the down screen. Little two-man game action. Gives it into Olaseni. What a beautiful dish. And a nice left-handed finish from Gabriel Olaseni for his first basket of the game. It all started with Darius Johnson Odom finding him on the cut. Here's Borisov now, who pulls up from the outside. No good, but follows his own shot. Unable to get the rebound. Deveci gets it. Passes it up to Trevor Lacey. Lacey driving baseline. Looking for Johnson Odom in the corner. The three up, no good. We got to push in the back as Olaseni fights for the offensive rebound. And that'll send Szolnoki back to the free throw line. Coach Ivkovic from the Hungarian side has to be pleased with his team's effort here in the first quarter, as they got a chance now to tie the game. And Barney's does exactly that. His first free throw and his first point of the game. Barney's second free throw is good as well, as both teams shooting lights out here early on. And the three-point shot is up, no good, but Darius Johnson Odom able to get the rebound, sprinting in from the outside. Here's Lacey now. He pulls up for three. Nothing but bottom of the net, as that's a three-point shot for Trevor Lacey. You see the crossover step back. Gotta love that stroke there. We're back and forth here as Dinamo Sassari takes the lead over again. Oh, what a beautiful dish from Christian Whitman, who gets a shot blocked by Lacey. Here's a 3-on-2 fast break. Johnson Odom drives in, and a little runner is good from Darius Johnson Odom for his 8th point of the game, as him and Voivoda seem to be going back and forth here. Borisov pulls up, unable to connect. Lacey with another rebound. Looking to go coast to coast. What a split and finish from Trevor Lacey. And that leads to a timeout for Szolnoki as Trevor Lacey splits the double team and able to scoop and score. What a move from Lacey. And we have our first timeout here of the evening, as we've had some really, really exhilarating action early on. And it sees Dinamo Sassari with a 4-point lead here in the first quarter with just moments to go in the first quarter. Taking a look again here at Trevor Lacey, he got the rebound, crosses it over, a little pro hop to get through the double team, and then lays it in nice and softly. Lacey's heating up now with 7 points as well. A little bit of backdoor pressure here from Dinamo Sassari, who have a 6-point lead, just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Ryan Wright looking for Voivoda, the catch and shoot. Nothing but net again for Voivoda, who is absolutely on fire here in the first quarter. That's 12 points and 2 threes for David Voivoda. We have a foul inside on Ryan Wright, who's looking to prevent the entry pass to Olaseni. Instead picks up his first personal foul. And again, that's sending Dinamo Sassari to the free throw line for yet another 2 shots. Just a couple of substitutions, as I believe that's Josh Carter looks to be getting back into the game after taking that early fall and a little hit on the chin. The first free throw is up and good for Gabriel Olaseni. The big man skying over guys at 2 meters and 10 centimeters. Unable to connect on the second free throw, and the rebound goes over to Borisov, who's just looking for Voivoda, who at this point can shoot from anywhere on the court. Popovich over to Borisov, who swings it over. And the drive from Barney's unable to finish. Here comes Josh Carter now, who drives on the middle and then scores it. Wow, what an aggressive move from Josh Carter, as he just got back into the game and scores his first field goal. A lovely crossover, gets to the middle of the floor, finishing with the right hand while going left. That's a tough shot right there. Ball goes inside. There's Borisov with a little hook, and the hook is up and good for Milos Borisov. Adam Toth, that's Adam Toth inside there. Dinamo Sassari counting down the clock, just 10 seconds here. Skipping over to Trevor Lacey, pulls up for 2, contested, and again scores. Able to hit the shot with just a couple seconds, and that's the end of the first quarter, as Dinamo Sassari takes a 28-22 lead into the second quarter, shooting very, very efficiently from the field so far. Szolnoki Olaj will look to really have to step up their defense if they want to maintain some kind of chance to win this game, but it's early on, and coach has to be somewhat pleased with only being down 6, considering how on fire Dinamo Sassari has been on the outside. Dinamo Sassari leading the way by Trevor Lacey with 11 points. Darius Johnson-Odom has 8 points. But everybody's contributing on the offensive side right now for the Italian team, as they're looking to make it 2 wins in 2 games early on here in the Basketball Champions League season and maintain their pace with Ike Athens, who are also 2-0. And we're just ready for the second quarter now as Troy Barnes looks to inbound the ball over to David Voivoda, who's really kept his team in the game here with some lights out shooting. Here's Adam Toth, the handoff to Voivoda, who's seeing a lot of defenders able to drive and kick. The ball gets swung over to Borisov, who cannot finish the 3. The rebound is collected by Dubkov, who's just checked in the game. We have a foul there as Voivoda looks to claim the foul, but let's see who the referee chooses to give it to. And it actually does go to Voivoda as he picks up his first personal and the first team foul of the second quarter here for Szolnoki. Here's Derkola again. Josh Carter on the 3-point shot. No good, and the rebound goes to Adam Toth, the big man. Oh, what a pass. And Adam Toth with a smooth reverse. What a connection there from Voivoda and Toth, as he now has 6 points early on here. We have a 28-24 ball game. A lot of offense, a lot of excitement in today's game so far. Josh Carter throws the ball to no one, it seems, and it just rolls out of bounds as Adam Toth takes a little gymnastic plunge as well. And the fans are getting a little bit excited now. That's why you gotta love playing at home and make the most of these opportunities and use the fans' energy. Here's Borisov, receives the screen from Toth. Popovich drives down the middle. What a nice pass to Toth, who looks to squeeze it up and able to connect as he's facing 2 defenders. Stipcevic, for his first 3-point shot of the game, is no good. And he's a knockdown shooter, so you want him taking that shot. Unable to connect with his first attempt. Voivoda, though, driving and scoring once again. David Voivoda, 14 points here in the first half. I don't think he's missed yet. Stipcevic gives it over to Josh Carter, who now shoots a 3 on the other side, and that 3 is good for Josh Carter, who knocks down the 3-point shot. And again, Dinamo Sassari very, very efficient from the 3-point line. And that's already their 3rd 3-point shot of the game. Here's Popovich driving now with the left hand and draws the foul from Stipcevic. Popovich will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws now. Popovich looking to get his first points of the afternoon. His first free throw is up and good. So he's now in the box score, his first point. Looking to cut this deficit down to 3 points. Not on this possession, but we get the offensive rebound from Islingsfield, who dribbles it back out and gets it to Whitman. Whitman throws the ball out of bounds as he's looking for Islingsfield. There haven't been too many turnovers here tonight, but that one does sell out of bounds. Kerkole looking for Stepsovic, who throws it behind the back. And Sasheti is able to draw the foul on the drive. What a smooth pass from Stepsovic. Good ball pressure here from Szolnoki, and Ryan Wright tips it out. A little breakaway, lays it up, and it's good. What a nice move from Ryan Wright. The big man getting the steal, taking it all the way to the other side of the court. That's great defense into an easy offense. And it's a two-point game here. Szolnoki is called for another foul. (31-29) with 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. As Sassari gets the ball inside. Here's Stepsovic looking for Sasheti. Kerkole pulls up for three. Oh, in and out. The rebound goes over to Popovic. The Italian coach wants a timeout, next dead ball here. Let's see if Szolnoki can grab the lead here in the second quarter. And Popovic dribbling a whole lot, able to connect with David Vojvoda, who misses a three. I believe everyone in the house thought that was going in. Kerkole forces the closeout, and his shot is no good. And for the fight on the final rebound, Ryan Wright's going to be called for a loose ball foul. And these home fans are not happy about that. But Lideka, fighting hard for the offensive rebound, was able to draw the foul. And that's the fourth team foul in the first 3.5 minutes for Szolnoki, and these fans are not happy about that. But that's a good call, as if you're aggressive fighting for the offensive rebounds and there's no box out, that will be a foul every time. Stepsovic thought about the three. Now he thinks about it again and knocks down a three off the dribble. What a shot from Rok Stepsovic. Pulls up, swishes it. Meanwhile, Vojvoda misses his second shot in as many possessions, and the ball sails out of bounds. Back over to Dinamo. As you saw in the stat line there, Szolnoki is 2 for 7 from three, while Dinamo Sassari has hit 4 threes already early on here after hitting 10 last week. Lideka hands it off to Stepsovic, who shoots and draws a foul in the jump shot. And that's going to send him back to their free throw line, as well as put them in the bonus for the rest of the second quarter. All this with Darius Johnson-Odom on the bench, able to secure a nice little rest as the lead builds up to 5 and perhaps more after these 2 free throws. Stepsovic's first free throw is swishing it. Some real balanced scoring here, as Dynamo has a few guys on the score sheet. And Stepsovic again knocks down his second free throw. A little bit more backcourt pressure here. Vojvoda comes off the Barneys. Rudner slides a little deflection, and Ryan Wright ends up with the ball inside and finishes off with the left hand. Sloppy possession, but ends up at 2 points for Szolnoki. Scrappy fight for the ball, but the ball goes out of bounds, and the possession stays with Dynamo. And checking back in for the Italians is Darius Johnson-Odom, who's going to replace Kerkole. 36-31 here with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. Lacey's still on the bench as well. The ball goes inside to Lideka, who shows off the great footwork and knocks down the inside shot. Gotta love it when the big man can finish around the basket. The drop step and little shot. Islingsfield here gets it over to Ryan Wright, who thinks about the three. Here's Whitman. Can he find the big man inside? No, goes for his own shot, unable to connect. And we have a 4-on-2 fast break here. And he throws it off of his teammate's knee. Unable to convert the transition opportunity. The ball goes out of bounds and back over to Szolnoki. Christian Whitman now bringing the ball up the court, calling out the plays for the Hungarians. Looking for Barnes. He's looking to create, pulls up for three. Don't leave him open. Even though that shot is unable to fall, but we have a foul on the rebounding attempt as Toth was able to get some inside position and draw the foul defense. Just the second team foul for Dinamo Sassari in the second quarter. So still a long ways away from the bonus. And we have another timeout on the floor as the score once again is 38-31, 7-point lead for Dinamo Sassari. As we're going to head into the huddle to see what the coach has to say.
We do score 5 and Josh 4, okay? What I want to see in defense, all the pick and roll, we switch. All the situation there is low post, we play double. No doubts about that. We have 2 fouls to spend. Guys, hey, take out all when you have inside. When the ball is flying, there is a lot of possibility to take the ball and steal the ball. So we must go like animal for take this ball. Hey, listen, talking about the offense, what I want to see is
Adam. Yo, jel jasno Pope? A starting, after catch the ball starting, okay? Okay, a njih želi te vođa. Neki je lopta.
Take a look at the highlights here. As again, Lideka showcasing the footwork on the inside. You gotta love what Federico Pasquini told his team in the huddle there, as the defense, they're looking to switch on ball screens as well as double team. The ball goes inside, so he's asking for a lot from his players. Communication and effort and intensity in order to build his lead up beyond 7 points. The ball goes inside to Islingsfield, who hands it off to Voivoda. Looking for the ISO, step back. Bang! It's a 2-point shot as his toes is on the line. But yet another outside shot for David Voivoda. As you see on the replay there, just 1 or 2 centimeters on the line. He would have loved to have that 3-point shot, but yet again, that's 16 points here in the first half for David Voivoda, who is just crushing the outside shot. Darius Johnson-Odom now. Over to Carter. He finds Lacey. Back to Josh Carter. Top of the key 3. In and out. Islingsfield gets the rebound, looking to push it. Voivoda has to come back and recollect. Slowing it down just a little bit here. 5-point game. Voivoda again, if he knocks this one, unable to hit the 3. But can't let him get those open looks, as he's been consistently knocking them down all night. Darius Johnson-Odom with the crossover and the lefty. The shot is no good, as he wanted the foul, but just not enough English on that layup there. And we do get a foul inside, as Savanovic, looking to fight for position around the free throw line, pulls down the offensive player, leading to the 3rd team foul for Dinamo Sassari. Voivoda inbounding it over to Borisov, who hands it over, but unfortunately he stepped out of bounds before he could maintain possession and got to stay away from the sideline there. Take a look at the replay. He stepped out of bounds as he touched the ball, which leads to the turnover. Here's Lacey now for Dynamo. Looks to turn the corner. The crossover dribble pull-up. In and out on the jump shot. Barnes with the rebound. Here's Voivoda again looking to create. Gets over to Borisov. Popovich. Skips it over to Barnes for three. No good. As both teams cooling off just a little bit here towards the end of the second quarter. Hungarian coach asking for a timeout next possession. A crossover dribble by Stepcevic. Draws a foul that will send him back to the free throw line, and that's the second personal foul on David Voivoda. Stepcevic at the free throw line yet again. First free throw is good for his 6th point of the game. Seven players so far have scored for Dinamo Sassari, as they're getting contributions from everywhere on the roster, and now have a 7-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go here before halftime. Whitman's looking for Voivoda, who's denied properly from Stepcevic. Defensive pressure has picked up here, but Voivoda finds the seam, unable to hit the runner. Lacey collects the rebound, passes it up to Darius Johnson-Odom, who hesitates, gets into the lane, shoots with the right, unable to finish. Strong move from Johnson-Odom. And now Barnes comes back the other way and gets a shot blocked by Josh Carter. What a nice block from Josh Carter here in transition. Able to get his fingertips on the ball and send it the other way. As we take another timeout here with just over 2 minutes to go in the game. First half. David Voivoda, 16 points. Really leading the way. 6 of 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, but also doing it all over with 2 assists.
One more defense, trap, 4 switch, everything, screen, 4 switch, a 5 player and a small guy, trap. Pazite ovo, maybe no roll, maybe pop, okay. A first player, yes, trap, okay, control.
Number 2, for example, stay on the line. Attack for take foul and the other balance here. We play ISO 1 against 1, everybody.
Hey, but don't be pushing for ISO.
In defense, guys. When we switch, stay on each shot and call. 1, 2, 3.
Taking a look here, another highlight as Johnson-Odom with a nice hesitation drive, but unable to convert there at the end. Interesting to hear both coaches talk during the timeout, as both of them stressed switching on defense as well as trapping. So they're looking for aggressive play on these ball screens. Whenever you see a pick and roll, expect the double team to happen and forcing the ball handler to find the open man. As they roll the ball in to secure a little bit of extra time there. Stepcevic now orchestrating the offense, gives it over to Savanovic. A little bit of disorganization here, but Lacey takes it in his own hands, drives, unable to finish, but the follow is up and good from Josh Carter. Oh, Olaseni, sorry. Olaseni's back into the game, and he gets that rebound and put back for his 5th point of the evening, depending on where you are in the world right now. But the Basketball Champions League is global, so. Ryan Wright gives it over to Whitman. Unable to secure the ball, and it's another turnover for Szolnoki, as Lacey looks for Johnson-Odom on the post. The point guard looking to take Whitman and gets caught for the travel on the step through. A little bit of confusion there, but seemed to dribble the ball before he put his pivot foot back down. Fans wanting to delay a game. 42 to 33 here in the second quarter. 9-point lead for Dinamo Sassari, as Szolnoki looks to cut into this lead before going into the locker room at halftime. Voivoda gets the screen from right. What a spin move, and calls for travel, as the move was just too nice to be legal, and he gets called for a travel as too many steps took down. Savanovic gives it over to Johnson Odom, who hasn't scored since the first quarter. Stepsovic now trapped. Savanovic catches the ball and gets bumped in the back from Christian Whitman, so that'll send him back to the free throw line. The Hungarians were able to execute what their coach asked for in the timeout with the trap, but were unable to force the turnover out of the trap. And instead, Dinamo Sassari can get their first double-digit lead of the game here if they're able to convert the free throw line. Savanovic's first free throw is good for his 5th point of the game. And the second free throw is good as well, so that's an 11-point lead now, 44 to 33 for Dinamo Sassari, as Johnson Odom looks to put on a one-man press on Popovic, looking to get the steal, and Popovic says, if you're going to try to go for the steal, I'm going to take it to the basket. Unable to finish, though, and Johnson Odom now coming down 1-on-2, takes it all the way, unable to finish, but Olaseni follows through, and he's unable to finish as well, as both teams now fighting through contact. In the last possession here, the first half, sees Voivoda with Johnson Odom guarding him. Gets it over to Borisov, who pump fakes a 3, and then swishes the 3 after the pump fake. The clock seems to have stopped. Trevor Lacey gets it over to Stepsovic, and we have a little clock malfunction as it's stuck on 3.5 seconds, which extended the possession for Dinamo Sassari. A little bit of confusion, but the referees will sort this out. Meanwhile, what a 3-point shot from Borisov, who caught the ball, pump faked, hesitated, got the shot off, and still was able to knock down the 3-pointer, bringing the lead down to 8 with just 3.5 seconds here. We're going to wait to find out who's going to have the ball, as the referees offer their explanations to the coaches. As you can see in the replay, the clock stops at 3.5 while the ball is still live. A little bit of confusion on the court still, as the players don't know who the ball is going to go to. Though it does appear that the possession is going to stay with Dinamo Sassari. Again, 44-36, as Borisov's 3 is just a second 3-point shot. Knocked down for Szolnoki, the third 3-point shot, as the first 2 came from Voivoda. And the referees, after looking at the replay. And now we have a timeout on the floor, as the Italians look to draw up a play to get a last-second shot. And we now have fixed the clock to 6.2 seconds. So there will be 6.2 seconds for the Italian team to put up some kind of shot.
Start from that basket, so DJ, make him bounce. Rock, you start here. Trevor, you start here. Josh, you start here. Dusko, you are here. What I want is very easy. Rock, screen for Trevor. Pass the ball to Trevor. Rock, run here. Josh, run here. Trevor, you have the ball. Dusko, make pick and roll. You don't use pick and roll. Fake to use attack with the same hands. We have 6 seconds to go. DJ, you come behind.
Top position help, okay? Your job, close and help, okay? Világos, nem? Mit mondtam? Tessék, ötös vagy, igen. Hát tiéd bedobja a labda, te mély segíteni. Hey, 6 seconds.
So the cameras gave us a great indication of what the Italian team wants to do here in the last possession. With just 6 seconds to go all the way down the court, it's going to be in the hands of Trevor Lacey, as he's meant to refuse the ball screen and look to get all the way to the basket. Offensive execution is key in these last moment situations here, as Lacey gets it. And there's a double team, sees it, and is unable to get a shot off before the end of the half. So a great defensive effort there by the Hungarian team, as Szolnoki Olaj able to prevent the last second shot, and will go into halftime just down 8 points here, 44-36. Just taking a look at the stats now. Very efficient shooting from Szolnoki at the 2-point line. Meanwhile, the free throws have been the key to building this lead for Dinamo Sassari. The rebounding difference is just about even. Same with the assists, but the fouls have really done in the Hungarians, as they've sent Sassari to the line a few too many times. Turnovers are just about even, though a few of the Dinamo Sassari steals did lead to some easy layups for the Italian champions. welcome back for the second half of this dynamic matchup between Szolnoki Olaj, the Hungarian hosts, who are facing off against Dinamo Sassari, who have gone into halftime with an 8-point lead of 44-36 on their Hungarian counterparts. A first half that saw a very, very balanced offensive performance with Darius Johnson-Odom, 8 points, Trevor Lacey, 11 points, Rok Stepcevic, 7 points, Josh Carter, 5 points, and Dusko Sevanovic, 6 points as well. Let's not forget about Gabriel Oleseni, who also had 5 points. So it's looking like Dinamo Sassari might have 6 or 7 guys in double figures if they're able to maintain the output that they showed in the first half. Meanwhile, on the other end, Szolnoki Olaj has relied heavily on David Voivoda, who had 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting, knocking down 2 3-point shots as well. They also got contributions from Borisov, who had 5 points, Ryan Wright with 6 points, and Adam Toth, who had 6 points as well. Troy Barnes, so far, struggling just a little bit, 0 for 5 from the field, but was able to get 2 points at the free throw line. At halftime, the coaches must have discussed the fact that free throws were really the key to this lead, as Szolnoki Olaj could not help but put Dinamo Sassari on the free throw line 11 times, where they were able to knock down 10 of their free throw attempts. So if you're shooting over 90% from the free throw line, that's usually a good thing, especially if you're also knocking down 3-point shots on the outside. We're just a few minutes away now from the beginning of the second half, as Szolnoki Olaj gets their first home game of the Basketball Champions League, with this matchup in Group E, seeing two teams who are looking to carry on some positive momentum. Szolnoki Olaj, from their victories in the Hungarian League, are looking for their first victory in the Basketball Champions League. Meanwhile, Dinamo Sassari are looking for their second win here in the Basketball Champions League, as they were able to get their first victory last week against Stelmet Zielona Góra, 74-70. Meanwhile, Szolnoki Olaj lost to Ike Athens by 33 points. It's been real back and forth so far tonight, with Dinamo Sassari taking the first quarter lead 28-22, and then the second quarter going back and forth, with Dinamo Sassari edging it out by 2 points, as they scored 16 points in the second quarter to Szolnoki Olaj's 14, giving them a halftime lead of 44-36. Aside from the free throws and the shooting, you gotta love the rebounding that's been shown by Dinamo Sassari. They have a 1 rebound advantage so far. 6 assists for Dinamo Sassari. After her performance last week, that saw them have 20 assists on their 24 made baskets, which is a very, very high percentage for assist-to-basket ratio. So a team that shares the ball tends to succeed quite well, especially in European competition, where a lot of teams don't have as much time to scout their opponents and don't play them regularly. If you're able to play some free-flowing basketball to get open shots, that's going to help. The fans are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, are you ready now for the second half of basketball in this Basketball Champions League game day number 2? And we've got a long season ahead of us as the quest to the Final Four continues now here in Szolnok, Hungary. Trevor Lacey inbounding the ball, eventually getting it to Darius Lacey looking to get the screen from Olaseni. Sacheti here. Finds Josh Carter, who pulls up for three. Off the back of the rim, and the rebound goes over to Borisov. Voivoda, can he stay hot after a great first half? Able to draw the foul on Johnson Odom. Just a little bump as he was not able to slide his feet to stay ahead of the offensive player. "16 first half points with David Voivoda. Though the second quarter, oh, that's definitely going to be a moving screen as Borisov was not set and laid his shoulder down into the defender. His first personal foul. First team foul as well. But it's not a team foul because we have an offensive foul. But they do count it in this case. You're allowed to set a screen, but you can't knock the player over by moving right into his line of defense. Here's Darius Johnson Odom looking to get on the scoreboard here in the second half. And a good double team from the Hungarian team. Sacheti over to Darius Johnson Odom for three. Off the front of the rim. And in the fight for the rebound, Adam Toth picks up his foul. That's a nice look for Darius Johnson Odom. Olaseni setting a screen, freeing up Johnson Odom, who then looks for Josh Carter. Catch and shoot three, just off the front of the rim, and Voivoda collects the rebound as neither team is able to score here in the first minute. Voivoda dancing around, finds him. Popovich, corner three is up, and it's nothing but net. Gotta love the three-point shot, wide open in the corner. Popovich with his first field goal of the evening. Catch and shoot, sweet release, swishing it. Here's Johnson Odom. Oh, the hesitation dribble. Gets into the lane, but then throws the ball out of bounds. Another turnover for the Italian team, as the deficit for Szolnoki is just 5 points now. With Voivoda looking to get back into it. The screen frees up. Oh, he finds him on the inside, but the block shot. What a block from Josh Carter. Luckily, Borisov able to stay with it and gets the putback. Great hustle play from Josh Carter initially, but Borisov had the awareness to stay with the play. Three-point game here in the second half. Sacheti gets it on the block. The double team comes, and he finds Olaseni inside somehow, who finishes with the left hand. Fans wanting a travel, but he was able to maintain his pivot foot down. A nice soft hand catch from Olaseni, who finishes with the left hand. Voivoda now drives, stops, unable to score, but what a beautiful tip. Are they going to give credit to Toth or Borisov on that one? Let's check out the replay, as it was indeed Borisov who crept in and able to finish. And the body's tumbling down here. 3-point game, 46-43, with 7.5 minutes to go. And we have a technical foul that's going to lead to some free throws here. The technical foul goes on Sacheti. It's going to put Troy Barnes at the free throw line. He knocks down the first free throw. The technical free throw for that matter. And we now have a 2-point game here, folks. 46-44. As Dinamo's double-digit lead is reduced to just 2 points. Ryan Wright here, top of the key. Troy Barnes, step back fadeaway, no good. The tip is no good from Eilingsfeld, but Popovich fighting for the rebound. is able to draw the foul on Josh Carter, who forced him out of bounds. You see it a lot, the white jerseys there fighting for the offensive boards. And the fans are loving the effort from their home team right now. And they're up on their feet, encouraging their team to get back into this lead. Eilingsfeld over to Popovich. Ryan Wright setting the screen top of the key. Great help on the roll side there. But Vojvoda with the long three, no good. A lot of contact inside. The offensive rebound goes to Popovich. Same spot. Unable to get the same result. Here's the 3-on-1 fast break with Johnson Odom dumping it off to Olaseni. Back to Odom. Johnson Odom scores now on the fast break. Great execution there in transition. The give and go action between Olaseni and Johnson Odom. Getting the easy bucket before the defense could get back. Popovich now drives. Leaves his feet, gets it to Eilingsfeld. Vojvoda with two players chasing him. Finds Popovich in the corner. Driving baseline. And gets the shot blocked from Olaseni. Not in my house. The skip pass. Stepsevich, open three. Swish. What a shot. And just like that, the lead is back up to 7 with Stepsevich getting into double figures now. And that's 3 players for Dinamo Sassari in double-digit points. Timeout on the floor. As Szolnoki did a great job in the first few minutes to get back into the game.
Christian one, Bob. Boja Monja neke mijengo. Bravo. Ajmo, excellent. Christian, među Getzer Vojicano. 5, 4, Voja. Voja. Kimo meg itt volna. Borisov. Borisov. Screen Voja. 1.
We don't go to the ball. They go to the ball, take the ball. Come on, guys, take this fucking game. Come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Gotta love the animation there from the Italian coach, Federico Paschini, urging his guys to continue to fight as they were able to counter the initial surge from Szolnoki and able to build their lead back to 7. Paschini, a fiery coach, looking to get his players fired up as every single moment of every single game counts here in the Basketball Champions League, especially if you want to make it to the playoffs. Christian Whitman back in the game now. Vojvoda, who hasn't gotten much rest this evening, finds Ryan Wright inside, who dumps it off, and the ball scales out of bounds as Ryan Wright was not able to secure the ball properly, looking to get the ball down to Eilingsfeld. Here's Stepsevich. Lacey finds Carter. What a nice roll to Olaseni, who's unable to finish the left-handed shot. Gets the rebound, kicks it out to Lacey for 3. No good either. And Vojvoda collects the defensive rebound. Comes back the other way for Szolnoki Olaj. Ryan Wright looking for Vojvoda. Gets it to him, sets a nice screen. The crossover dribble leads to the foul from Gabriel Olaseni. That's his 3rd foul. Now team fouls is up to 4. So the next foul on Dinamo Sassari is going to lead to free throws for Szolnoki Olaj. Here's Whitman. Oh, what a pass to Adam Toth, who cannot finish the layup. And Stepsevich gets the rebound and get the foul in the backcourt from Borisov, who was trying to slow down the fast break. Not a hard foul, but a smart foul, that's for sure, as he prevented a 3-on-1 opportunity. Here's Lacey, looking to get the screen from Olaseni, who slips it over to Josh Carter. Stepsevich with another screen from Olaseni. He wants the ISO. He wants to take him on one-on-one. Pull-up shot. Just a little short. Does he see him in the fast break? No. Borisov bringing the ball to the court. Finds Whitman. The skip pass over to Allingsfeld. Looks to back down Josh Carter. The contested shot is up and good. What a nice shot from Janos Allingsfeld. Josh Carter's right there with him, but he's able to knock in the fadeaway. 5-point game here, 51-46. Dinamo Sassari still with the lead. Johnson Odom looking to add to it. In and out dribble. The shot is up, and it's good for Johnson Odom. What a shot. Smooth stroke. Just a little in and out dribble to get some separation. Pull up, and the shot is good. And we have a foul here on the other end. As Johnson Odom picks up his third personal foul, and that's going to send Szolnoki Olaj to the free throw line for 2 free throws. As Alexa Popovich, looks to add to his point tally. The first shot is up and good for his 5th point of the game. Second shot is no good, but Allingsfeld collects the offensive rebound, and they get another chance here to add some points to the scoreboard. Whitman gets into Borisov. He backs down Lacey. The turnaround jump shot is no good. The big man gets the rebound, unable to finish. The white team still fighting for it. Johnson Odom comes out with it. Finds Stepsevich. Back out to Johnson Odom, who drives and turns the ball over. Up and down play here as Borisov drives baseline, unable to finish his layup. He stays with it, gets it in, and he gets excited. Wanted the foul too, but that's a 4-point game now as Szolnoki Olaj continues to crash the offensive rebounds. And we have a foul in the backcourt as Josh Carter is trying to slow down the transition. Johnson Odom on the ground there. A lot of contact inside. Hard fall in the back. Let's hope he's okay. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the floor. Again, back and forth we go as Szolnoki Olaj will not go away with 3.5 minutes to go here. It's a 6-point game.
Rock, Trevor, Jack, Josh, and Tau. Hey, listen. Now in defense we play 50 regular, we play switch with number 4, and we play 55 against Vojvoda. The problem, guys, is defense rebound. We have unbelievable problem defense rebound because they understood that you are not making box out, so they are going. In offense, we need to move the ball. If you want to go 1 against 3, we have the same problem that we have on the video. So now, what I want to see is, 2 down.
Vårt skjut, pojď med side. Jo, ha ytterskottat egen i det kärret. Jo, hand off. Ja, hand off.
Vojvoda getting a lot of help here in the second half. Take a look at the replay. Johnson Odom drives, gets a lot of contact, falls hard, but no foul called. Instead, Josh Carter picks up his foul, which leads Popovich to the free throw line. Federico Paschini mentioned that boxing out has been an issue in the last few minutes here, as Szolnoki has decided to crash the offensive glass hard as the boxing out is just not executed properly. And those second and third opportunities are leading the points. 15 offensive rebounds so far for Szolnoki Olaj, as they've really taken command of the glass here. And Popovich unable to make the free throw, but the rebound goes out to Lacey. Back out to Stepsevich. Looking for Lacey, who's cooled off since the first quarter. Kicks out to Stepsevich, another 3. No good this time, and it bounces around the back of the backboard. which is a violation out of bounds, and the ball goes back over to Szolnoki Olaj. A little backcourt pressure here. Voivoda, after a short rest, back in the game, looking to add to his 16-point total. Here's Allingsfeld with the dribble handoff to Popovic. Kicks it over. Allingsfeld drives, gets into the lane. The runner is up, and it's good. 3-point game, 53 to 50. 53 to 52, 1-point game, sorry. As Allingsfeld, little runner, right in the big man's face. We're in for an exciting 12 minutes of basketball here. Stepsovic. Nice bounce pass to Lacey, who gets into the lane, kicks it out. The drive and kick. Lideka, nice shot from the big man. Dinamo Sassari back up 3. The trap leads to the open man. It's Popovic in the corner. The 3 is good. And this game is tied now, folks. 55 to 55. What a shot from Popovic. The veteran with the smooth 3. And these fans are really into this game right now, as it's basically 0-0 for the next 11 minutes. 55 to 55. And Troy Barnes gets back into the game for Allingsfeld, who receives a nice ovation from the fans. Josh Carter checks out as well. Sachetti over to Stepsovic. A nice hesitation. What a nice pass inside. But Lideka's unable to convert. Can they take the lead? Voivoda wants it. Oh, no good this time around. That's a confident shot right there. Lacey looking to get Dynamo a little bit more organized. Calling out the play. Stepsovic, the crossover dribble, the kick out. The 3-point shot is no good from DeVecchi, but here comes Lacey, who draws an offensive foul as he pushed off. What a great charge there from Adam Toth, who stood his ground, was able to absorb the contact here. Took it right in the chin. And gets another possession for his team. And another chance to take the lead. 55 to 55 yet again. Thrilling action back and forth here. The fans urging on their home side as they want this lead so bad. Here's Borisov. He pulls up, unable to connect. Stepsovic with the rebound. Stepsovic gets a foul drawn as Voivoda went in for the reach. And that's going to send him to the free throw line, as both teams are now in the bonus in this last minute of action in the third quarter. Stepsovic's first free throw is good for his 11th point of the game. And the second free throw is good as well, as we have a substitution on the floor. Stepsovic really having a nice contribution here tonight with 12 points. Perfect at the line so far, 6 for 6. Here's Voivoda. Oh, what a move. Gets to the lane, deflected out of bounds by Lideka. But the ball stays here with Szolnoki. Adam Toth hands it over to Voivoda. Borisov's trying to find him. He drives baseline, skips it over to Barnes. Borisov's wide open for 3. It's up. No good. But we got a foul inside, as once again the boxing out is just not executed properly, and Lideka throws down Toth. His 4th personal foul. 18 fouls this quarter now. Olaseni checks back in for Lideka. And Voivoda's going to take a short break here for these last 23 plus seconds so he can be fresh for the fourth quarter. The first shot is up and good. The big man, Adam Toth now. 7 points in the game. Second free throw is up, and it's good as well. And this game is once again tied 57-57 as Toth checks out of the game after knocking down the 2 free throws. Last possession here of the third quarter. Are we going to go into the fourth quarter of the tie game, or can Dinamo Sassari go with the lead? Stepcevic under 10 seconds now. Nice hesitation dribble. Gets into the lane. Unable to finish the layup. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. The heave is up. Oh, the tip is no good by Borisov. Wouldn't have counted anyway as it was past the horn. But 57-57. A great third quarter of play from the home side as they outscored their opponents 21-13 in that quarter to bring what was a halftime deficit to a tie ball game. And we'll see these next 10 minutes decide who comes out victorious in this Basketball Champions League matchup here in Group E. In other action in Group E, Besiktas is up 12 on Partizan Belgrade. Meanwhile, MHP Ryzen Ludwigsburg is up 7 on Stelmet Zilona Gora. So these games definitely matter as you want to be at the top of your group come playoff time. 5 group winners and the 3 best second-ranked place teams advance directly to playoffs round 2. So if you're able to take care of your business during the regular season, you are guaranteed a bye into the second round of the playoffs. So again, Szolnoki Olaj still led by the 16 points from David Voivoda, who went scoreless that quarter, but his teammates more than made up for his lack of scoring as they got contributions from all over. Popovic really showcased a couple of great three-point shots, some free throws, and he now has 9 points. Borisov is in double figures with 11. Meanwhile, for Dinamo Sassari, we still have Darius Johnson-Odom and Stepcevic leading the way with 12 points each, while Trevor Lacey is still at 11. We're just about set for this fourth quarter action. Szolnoki will start with the possession. Fourth quarter, Basketball Champions League, tie game, gotta love it. Here's Voivoda, who dumps it off, kicks it out to Borisov, gets into the lane, and the offensive foul. As it seems that Deveci was just in spot at the right time, and he draws the offensive foul on Borisov, who really wanted that 2 points. Take a look at the replay. His feet were just about set. All of those plays, charges, defensive blocks, those are bang, bang plays. But you got to appreciate a man putting his body on the line for his team there. Here's Trevor Lacey, who's been quiet since the first quarter. Kicks it over. The three-point shot is up and no good from Sacchetti. And again, Szolnoki looking to take their first second-half lead here. Popovic gets into the lane, pulls up, and it's good. 2-point lead for the home side as Szolnoki Olaj is up 59-57, and Popovic now has double digits in scoring with 11 points. Trevor Lacey looking to respond, keeps his dribble alive, turns the corner, wants the continuation, but the ball's going to be inbounded on the side here. Very aggressive move from Trevor Lacey as he's able to draw the foul on Adam Toth. And that's going to send the big man out of the game now as he picks up his third foul. Szolnoki with the drive, a little bit of contact, and the ball goes out of bounds at the side of the backboard. A little out of control there from Szolnoki. Good defense from Allingsfeld. He flew into the basket. Szolnoki yet to put any points score any points here in the game. Nonetheless, he's staying aggressive. Can Szolnoki add to their lead? As Voivoda's looking for Popovic, the hot hand at the moment. A nice crossover dribble. Finds Voivoda under 10 on the shot clock. And there's a foul as the shot will not count. The shot will not count. As Olaseni gets called for the foul using his hands here. That would have been an incredible shot though. Here's Ryan Wright back in the game. Looking to get some two-man game action with Voivoda. And Allingsfeld doesn't know what. Ryan Wright, what a tip by Ryan Wright. Coming out of nowhere, climbing over the backs of the green jerseys, and is able to tip it in to make it a 4-point lead as the camera shows him skying over the opponent. And we have a stoppage in play here as the referees get a few things sorted out. 61-57 as the home side is 4-point lead now in the fourth quarter, just over 8 minutes to go. Ryan Wright able to crash the glass for his 6th point of the game and his 4th rebound. Again, offensive rebounds have really been the key to the Hungarian side's success here in the second half as they continue to aggressively go after offensive rebounds. Meanwhile, Dinamo Sassari cannot be pleased with their execution on these box outs. Especially tough when you play tough defense for 20-plus seconds and then allow the team to get an offensive rebound to then reset the shot clock to 14 and force another possession. Taking a look at the replay again, no one boxes out Ryan Wright, whose hand just gets a little bit higher than Dynamo's guys. And here comes the referee, and now it seems like we're ready to get back into the action. I believe they were checking for interference, but the ball was off the cylinder and not heading down, so that's a legal basket. Here's Stepsevich now looking for Johnson Odom, who's back in the game. Johnson Odom finds Szolnoki. Stepsevich getting the screen from Lideka, kicks it over to Szolnoki. Szolnoki with a runner in and out. The rebound from Lideka is good, and the putback is good as well. 2-point game here, back and forth. Basketball Champions League action. Ryan Wright looking for Troy Barnes. He finds Whitman, the distributor, who shoots his first 3 of the game off the back of the rim, and a strong rebound there from Lideka, who makes sure that they collect the defensive rebound on that possession. Here's Johnson Odom, who finds Szolnoki, the shooter. And that shot is way off, a little too strong there. And Voivoda slows it down, calling out the play. Here's Voivoda, who wants it. He wants it. He wants it. Kicks it over to Whitman. Another 3. And that shot is good. The 3-point shot is good. And that's a 5-point lead now for Szolnoki Olaj. Whitman with his first basket of the game, his first points of the game. A beautiful pass from Voivoda, who finds the open man at the top of the key. It's a key possession right now for Dinamo Sassari. Johnson Odom patiently finds Josh Carter, and he responds with a 3 of his own from the corner. What a smooth shot right there. Great pass from Stepcevic. Josh Carter catch and shoot. No hesitation whatsoever. Here's Troy Barnes over to Whitman. Can Whitman make it back to back? The shot is blocked from Lideka as the fans wanted a goaltending, but that was a clean block. Here comes Stepcevic. Still Stepcevic gets to the baseline, looking for Johnson Odom, who now has the ball in his hands. 10 seconds on the shot clock, turns the corner, step back from the elbow, no good, and the rebound goes to Whitman. Still a 2-point lead here for Szolnoki Olaj. He finds Barnes. Here's Barnes over to Whitman. Shot clock counting down. Eilingsfeld, 5 on the shot clock. Nice pass to Ryan Wright. The no-look bounce pass to the big man inside as the shot clock was winding down. And that's now 10 points for Ryan Wright. Yet another player in double figures for Szolnoki Olaj. And we have a foul. Coach Ivkovic has got to love the effort he's getting from all over the court, as last week only one player was in double figures, but today's game sees four of his 5 starters in double figures so far. Stepcevic down 4, looking for Josh Carter. Another three goes down for Josh Carter. That's back-to-back threes from the left side and puts him in double figures as well, as he's not going to let this home team pull away anytime soon. 66-65. The Hungarian team is up 1 right now, and Szolnoki has a chance to add to it as Popovic gets into the lane, and left-handed layup is good. And we've got a little injury on the floor as Popovic gets his 13th point of the game with the left-handed layup all the way. Where's the outside defense? Sacheti takes the hard fall. 68-65. Szolnoki Olaj once again, as it seems to have turned his ankle there. And that's always painful to watch for any player, any fan for that matter. It does give the chance for the coaches to talk to their players about what they want to do for these next 4 minutes and 40 seconds, as this fourth quarter game sees Szolnoki Olaj up 3 on Dinamo Sassari, thanks to Popovic, who now has 13 points, Ryan Wright with 10, Voivoda still at 16, he's been there for a minute, and Borisov also has 11. Meanwhile, for Dinamo Sassari, it still has Trevor Lacey, Darius Johnson-Odom, Josh Carter now in double figures, and Stepcevic. So, again, well-balanced scoring from both sides. Here's Lacey, and we have an offensive foul as Deveshi sends an illegal screen, putting out his left elbow. These fans definitely believe they can pull off the win. Here's Voivoda. Nice spin move. The shot is no good, but another offensive rebound for Szolnoki Olaj. Popovic, 10 seconds to go to shot clock here. Whitman calling for the screen, pulls up, no good, and another offensive rebound for Szolnoki Olaj, and another chance to use up some clock as they have a 3-point lead. If they score now, that's going to be backbreaker. What a spin, and another travel. It's the second time we get a travel call on these spin moves. Voivoda not happy with the call. Dinamo Sassari with another chance to either tie the game or edge into this lead. Here's Stepcevic. Gets the screen from Lideka. Finds Josh Carter, who's been on fire in the fourth quarter. Vecchi kicks it over to Lacey. And there it is again, Josh Carter. Same spot, same result. 3 threes in the fourth quarter for Josh Carter. You cannot leave that man open. Wide open. Another 3 for Josh Carter. Giving him 14 points for the game now on his 4th three-pointer. Tie game here. Popovich looking to create, throws the ball away. Stepcevic gets the steal. Looking for Lacey. 68-68 as Stepcevic looks to create. Here's Josh Carter again, the hot hand. Looking to score off the dribble. Nice pass over to Lacey. Vecchi finds Stepcevic. 1 second on the shot clock. The shot is up. And we have a shot clock violation. The shot did go in, but it is not going to count as it seems it came off. Let's take a look here. 2, 1. Yeah, the pump fake. Definitely the ball is still in his hands as that shot clock showed 0. So that's not going to count. A great call by the refs. That would have been an incredible shot, though, with the shot clock winding down. 68-68, 2.5 minutes to go here in Szolnoki. Taking another look here, as you can see that clearly the ball was still on his fingertips as the shot clock went off. Here's Borisov looking for Voivoda. The 3 is up and it's good. What a clutch 3 from David Voivoda. His first three-point shot since the first quarter. But oh my gosh, does that count? That's a big shot from the point guard. Stepcevic looking to respond, and he does. We're going back and forth here. 3 for 3. Stepcevic knocks down a 3 of his own after getting the last one waved off, and it's 71-71. The coach wants a timeout, and we've got a foul off the ball, and the shot does not count. Troy Barney's shot does not count. As an animated coach is demanding a lot from his players right now. 71-71, just under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of this basketball Champions League game. Gotta love the clutch shots here. Back and forth we go. As Toth checks back into the game. Whitman gives it over to Barnes, who forces up a tough shot. No good. Lacey gets the rebound. Bodies all over the floor right now. .90 seconds to go, and Lideka did take a shot to the face. If there's blood, he has to come out of the game. The ball's going to stay with Dinamo Sassari here, though. 71-71 as the fourth quarter has remained tied. You take a look on the replay here. You can see that it's actually his own man that hit him in the face. Luckily, they were able to maintain possession. Here's Stepcevic. Gets a screen from Olaseni. Kicks out to Josh Carter. Another 3. This time it's no good, and Whitman collects the rebound. Szolnoki Olaj with a chance to regain the lead here in the last few seconds of the game. Voivoda finds Borisov. The pump fake, the step back, the 3. No good. And there once again is Popovich scrapping for the rebound, but it stays to Lacey. As we enter the last minute of this fourth quarter and a tie game, this is what the Basketball Champions League is all about. 2 phenomenal teams battling out. Stepcevic for 3, no good. And Christian Whitman collects his rebound. The point guard has gotten a lot of fourth quarter defensive rebounds here. 40 seconds. Whitman still has the dribble alive. And the ball goes out of bounds as the pass is just a little too strong for David Voivoda. 35 seconds to go. We got a timeout on the floor. as Dinamo Sassari will be looking to draw up a play to get an open look for one of their players.
Gabe out, Tau in. Hey, hey. We have to move the ball. We have to move the ball. Very easy job. Move this fucking ball. Okay, guys, listen. Now I want that we play like that. Rock, start in this. We play spin up in this way. Trevor, start here. Okay. Rock, you are here. Inbound jet. Josh, screen, you go.
Utuš, trep. Johnson, tjere Borisov. Ajde.
Kom je, get foul.
Ne treba nam foul. Ne, branimo. Videke, čoka Zicer. A Zicer foul. Ajde.
Some great insight there into what's going to happen these last few seconds of the game. As Federico Pasquini urges his players to move the ball to create a good look rather than go isolation one-on-one. Again, 71-71, just under 36 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. The foul situation is 3-3, which means that the next foul will not lead to free throws. The ball goes into Josh Carter, who hands it off to Stepcevic. Receives a screen from Lideka, who's double teamed. What a great trap. And the ball, that's a costly turnover. A very, very costly turnover. But a phenomenal double team and trap there off the pick and roll. As now, Szolnoki Olaj will have their opportunity to regain the lead. What a timely turnover. As the coach, you see there Whitman and Hoth able to trap. And the ball does not get deflected, which is why the ball is going to go over to Szolnoki Olaj. The ball's here in the front court. .27.5 seconds to go in a tie game. Look for the ball to go to Vojvoda at some point in this possession. Here it is now. A lot of time left. Vojvoda kicks it over to Whitman, who pump fakes, steps in, and knocks down the shot. What a huge shot for Christian Whitman. Very, very confident, calmly pump fakes, waits for the defender to fly by, steps in, and knocks down the two-point shot to give his team a 2-point lead. Let's see if we can get some better execution after this timeout.
Trevor, start here. Tau, start here. Josh, start here. Rock, start here. DJ, start here. Okay, what I want is double screen. Trevor and Tau here. Rock, screen here. Josh, come up. Rock, come back. When we have
Faul, nema zona. Znači ne faulirimo odmah. Ako tebe uzme mali, a ti Šember, svi, kezdi,
After getting a lot of fouls called on them in the first half, now Szolnoki Olaj, with only 3 team fouls in this fourth quarter, will be able to slow down the offense and can commit a foul to force the ball to be inbounded again. But it has to be a smart foul. Can't be on the shot. You do not want to send Dinamo Sassari to the free throw line. There is Johnson Odom back into the game now. .13 seconds to go. Basketball Champions League action. 2-point game. A chance to tie or take the lead here. It's Josh Carter going ISO. Steps behind the back. Finds Darius Johnson Odom, who takes the 3. No good. Trevor Lacey with the foul. Oh, we have a foul with 0.6 seconds to go. That's going to send Tali Decker to the line. On the fight for the rebound, Vojvoda catching a lot of ball, but unfortunately his positioning was just a little bit behind the offensive player. So now it's going to be down to Tali Deka with 2 free throws. He's got to make both to tie the game. This is why you practice your free throws every day after practice. The fans are going to make it tough for him. You see the blood dripping from his eye from the kick to the face earlier from Troy Lacey. Let's see if it affects his vision at all in this free throw. The first shot is up, and it's off the side of the rim. So now he has to miss intentionally and hope for a miracle tip of some kind, which is always tough when you want a player to miss an intentional shot. Down to the wire here. Hideka knows what he has to do. Will he be able to execute? Stepcevic fighting with Popovic for position. It's a violation. The second shot is up and he banks it in accidentally. It's now a 1-point game with 0.6 seconds. And no timeout on the floor to ensure that the ball gets properly inbounded. It's going to be moved up to half court. And it's looking like Szolnoki Olaj might pull out their first ever Basketball Champions League victory after falling last week to Ike Athens. Meanwhile, Dinamo Sassari in danger of losing their first Basketball Champions League game. All that has to happen here is Szolnoki Olaj has to get the ball inbounded. One touch of the ball ends the game. These fans have been treated to a phenomenal game of basketball that should see their side come out victorious. And we have a step over violation as Stepcevic crossed over the line. The ball, and then what's going to happen is that the referee did call a foul. The game is not over yet. Unless, yes, it is. It does seem to be over as the fans are now cheering and supporting. The referee is still trying to get everything sorted out. We do have a final score of 73-72. However, the referees have not called an end to the game. We're still going to show you the statistics as Szolnoki Olaj really stepped up their three-point shooting in the second half there. And that's going to be it. That is the game. And Szolnoki Olaj wins their first ever Basketball Champions League game, beating Dinamo Sassari 73-72, thanks to a dominant performance on the offensive rebounds, some timely three-pointers, and very, very good defensive intensity. Congratulations to the Hungarian team for winning their first Basketball Champions League game. Szolnoki Olaj was led in scoring by David Vojvoda, whose big three might have been the difference. He finished the game with 19 points. Popovic contributes with 13, Borisov 11, Ryan Wright with 10. On the losing side, Dinamo Sassari is led by Stepcevic with 15, Josh Carter with 14, Darius Johnson-Odom with 12, Trevor Lacey with 11. Again, a proud moment here for these fans and these players as a basketball Champions League is a phenomenal competition, the new horizon of basketball in Europe. And that's the first taste of victory in the Basketball Champions League for Szolnoki Olaj. Congratulations.